Hello and welcome to Perspectives on the Voice of America. I'm Dimyake Mokalielye. It is Tuesday, July 17th, 2007. Today we'll focus on the African Union and the opening of its new mission. Seeking to strengthen ties with the United States, the African Union, or the AU, officially launched its permanent mission to the United States here in Washington, D.C. last Wednesday. VOA's Paul Ndiho produced the story, and it is narrated by VOA's Kimberly Russell.
The African Union, or AU, is a pan-African organization whose goal is to propel a united continent towards peace, prosperity, and economic integration among its 53 member nations. They will also work to eradicate poverty and bring Africa into the global economy. The African Union ambassador to the U.S., Amina Saloum Ali of Tanzania, who took up the assignment in November 2006, described the establishment of diplomatic ties between the African Union and the United States as a significant step towards promoting greater understanding between the peoples of the United States and Africa.
It is an honor and a pleasant duty for me to welcome our distinguished guests and to extend my appreciation to you all for participating in this historic launching of the African Union mission to the USA.
Established in 2002 as a successor to the Organization of African Unity, the African Union, according to its vision statement, seeks to build an integrated Africa driven by its own citizens and representing a dynamic force in the international arena. Speaking at the event, United States Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs, Jendai Frazier, called the launch an historic moment for both the U.S. and Africa.
This launching of the African Union mission to the United States is an historic moment for both Africa and the U.S. This mission and our mission in Addis Ababa represent both the culmination of years of close partnership between the U.S. and the AU and the beginning of even greater cooperation. The AU and the U.S. share parallel goals and visions for Africa, including conflict resolution, democratic progress, trade and economic growth, investment in the people of Africa, and alleviating the public health challenges.
The mission also seeks to facilitate investment and business opportunities in Africa through AGOA, the U.S. African Growth and Opportunity Act, and other ventures. Another goal is to pursue the path of continental integration, and the ambassador says it will do that with the support of its partners. This is Kimberly Russell for producer Paul Ndiho for VOA News.
Speaking at the event, Ambassador Said Djinnit, AU Commissioner for Peace and Security, called the launch an historic moment in the partnership between the U.S. and the AU. He said the African Union is determined to pursue the path of continental integration with the support of its partners.
When we started to establish the African agenda for peace and security, I want to remind everybody here that the first people who came to help us to put in place the infrastructure for peace and security was the United States of America. Vision by the U.S. government that Africa is on the move, is on the right direction, it needs a strong support. And the decision, I believe, that the relation between the U.S. and Africa should be of strategic nature. That realization that we should look at Africa in strategic terms has been most welcome. And of course, the indication about that is the opening of an office, the first ever embassy established to the AU on a bilateral basis by the U.S. government. That was just a demonstration of that new commitment.
Ambassador Amina Saloum Ali from Tanzania is Africa Union's ambassador to the U.S., first permanent representative to the United States. She shares her thoughts on why it is important to open this mission in the United States.
This is the first mission of African Union. And also this is the first diplomatic mission between African Union and the electoral countries like, of course, America is the first one. So for us, this is significant because we found that we have a strategic importance to have an office in Washington. So in that respect, this is the first time, and officially we are launching this office.
And that's it for today. For more on the African Union mission here in Washington, D.C., please go to voanews.com. Also, drop us a line at africatv@voanews.com. Until tomorrow, I'm Demiake Mwakaliele for the Voice of America.